Welcome to Grand Sumo Breakdown,
the unofficial sumo podcast
for official sumo fans.
Welcome to Grand Sumo Breakdown. This is Jake. Dang it. Every time I don't have Mac with me, I like pause and then I throw myself off my rhythm. Like
restart.
I'm like sitting there like, yeah, so are you going to say anything? Dang it. Anyways, I'm here alone without Mac, who just cruelly abandoned me to my fate. You know, I just gotta drive the bus alone now. But today I do have two guests with me, so I guess we're kind of filling out the room, you know, making up for Mac being gone. But today I have Shogeki Sumo. Nick Tan is the original founder. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Was it just you, or did you guys like have a group going right when you started?
Yeah. For sure. It was me, Paul, Pedro, Omar, and Jacob De Castro.
I gotcha. Okay. Bigger group than I gotcha. And our other guest, Paul. Paul, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing awesome. Just got off work. Work was great. Love my job.
What do you do, Paul?
I manage multiple smoke shops and vape shops around Houston.
There you go. You work in your hobby, don't you?
Oh, most definitely.
I feel like that would I got mixed feelings on that. I'd love to do something like podcasting or whatever as my job, but I would worry that I'd get sick of it if I like had to do it. You ever run into that, or is it enough of a passion for you?
You know, I run into anytime you have a boss, realistically, I feel like you'll get tired eventually.
Yeah, sure.
But I have a chill boss. I really don't have any problems with him. I usually just work and make him money, and he's happy, and then he pays me more, so it's great.
It's generally how bosses work. Yeah, no, that's good. It makes a big difference when you got a good one.
Yeah, as far as I know, it's the only job I can think of where I haven't called off just because I felt like it.
Yeah, that's fair. And Nick, you got kind of an interesting business too, don't you?
Yes.
How's that going? I haven't talked to you about that in a little while here.
Yeah. I'm trying to grow mushroom jerky, or mushrooms to turn into mushroom jerky. Yep.
Yeah, I had never heard of that even being a thing until you mentioned that. You're like, oh yeah, by the way, I started a side gig here.
That's why he wanted a sumo wrestlers. He was like, they'll buy the jerky.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you want to sell to sumo wrestlers, food is a great place to start, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
But no, you guys as mentioned, two of the founding members of Shogeki Sumo in Houston. And the main reason that I had you on now is we got a big old event coming up in just a couple weeks. On the 12th of November, we have the Houston Open. It is going to be part of the Tokyo Night Festival, which has had a bit of a rough week. And we'll get into that in a minute here. But yeah, keep an eye out for that. Nick, what is the name of our current venue for the Tokyo Night Festival?
Texas Festival Grounds.
Excellent. Yeah, they're right there in Houston. It's kind of like
South Houston.
Yeah. I remember looking up on the map and I'm like, yeah, okay, that's on that side of town. And then I looked at like the airport where I'm coming from. It's like the farthest point in the metro.
Yeah, there's another airport right next to Texas Festival Grounds. That's the other major airport.
Should have flown into that one apparently. Oh well. But yeah, so I mentioned that it's been a bit of a rough week for the Tokyo Night Festival. Just for clarity's sake, the event, like the thing that's the festival itself is one thing, and the sumo tournament is part of that. But the event has had to find a new venue. What was the story of that, Nick? What can you tell us about how that has had to shift recently?
Okay, well, the Tokyo Night Festival did post online about the reason, so I can speak on it. But basically, Lucky Land, the original place, from my understanding, it was basically just shut down by the fire marshal because of, let's just say, they weren't operating correctly.
Sure.
They went. They didn't
It
weren't
was a
doing their
regulations thing.
gerbs.
Yeah, it was a
Oh,
mess. Yeah. And it was, I mean, terrible because, like you said, the event is November 12th. It's in a couple of weeks, and it's like, oh boy, what's happening?
I remember we had that conversation of what are we gonna do, and you're like, I don't
Yeah.
know, because
Yeah, I was like, man, I don't know what's gonna happen because I know a bunch like you, including you, like a lot of people already got their plane tickets and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I don't know, what's the backup plan?
yeah. The
um,
backup plan is we clear out some space in one of Paul's stores.
that's basically
Put
what
down
we
the
were
mat.
talking about. We're like, let's just do it in someone's backyard.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
it would
yeah.
have
So
worked.
that
It
was
would have
like,
worked.
yeah, exactly. It would have worked somehow. But yeah, so basically, like roughly like 3 weeks out, we were just kind of like, I guess we'll find out. But no, it worked out. What'd you hear about this new place? How'd that come together? Anything that you know about that?
well, I don't know. All I know for sure is that the founders of Tokyo Night Festival were like working very hard to find a replacement venue. Quite obviously, they were like staying up all night researching every possible venue that they could go to, especially on such short notice, and calling people, calling everyone they
Mhm.
could think of to try to find a new venue. And this new place, it's kind of, I mean, it can be a good thing, it can be a bad thing, but it's basically just a plot of land. It's for it's like a music venue kind of place, like, you know, those
Sure.
outdoor music things. It's just a plot of land, they throw a stage on there. That's what it is. So I mean, we have to see how the new format of the place is going to be, how they're just going to lay it all out. But yeah, that's it's all going to be an outdoor grass field basically.
Sure. Yeah. Because Lucky Land, the original venue, and is Lucky Land where the event happened last year?
It was not, no, 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 it happened in
Oh,
a
okay. So
much
that it's Lucky
smaller
Land's
place.
already the
Smaller
second
place.
choice.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
like like this Lucky Land was already supposed to be an upgrade from the
Oh
amount
wow.
of
Okay.
land,
Yeah,
and then this one just went like
yeah.
this is the festival grounds, a lot more land.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Lucky Land is, I believe, 3 acres large. The place that we were at before was probably like a quarter of an acre at most. I don't know. It was tiny. It was like a tiny little bar that we were in its backyard, basically.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Yeah. Because this is the second time that you guys have hosted a sumo tournament at the Tokyo Night Festival. Um, what have they been around for a while, or is this something that's
Oh,
also new with you guys?
This is
Tokyo
like
Night
their
Festival?
second year. Yeah, Tokyo
Yeah.
Nights Festival is their
We
second
were
year.
there for the inaugural event. Yeah, their
Awesome. Okay.
debut event. We were there. So, this is our second time hosting the event. This is their second time hosting the event.
Nice. Yeah. That's pretty cool. You get in at the ground floor and grow together. Um,
Yep.
but yeah, so why don't we talk real briefly about how last year went, just for some context, and then then we can talk about what the plans are for this year. But why don't you, Nick? Why don't you just start at the beginning? Like, how'd you hook up with these guys, and how'd you get the tournament set up?
Well, the way, if you didn't know, Paul, the way I get these events is I just go on Instagram like anime or oh sumo or oh food, and I just DM them. I'm like, hey, can we be there?
He
Yeah.
just slides in the
Yeah,
DMs.
no, and it works very, very well. Um, but that's exactly what happened with Token Knife Fest. So I literally just messaged them. I saw an ad or something. I was like, hey, can we be there? And they're like, yeah, let's have a meeting. We just met up and we talked about it. We're like, yeah, let's do a tournament, blah blah, and then that's basically what happened. And I think it was kind of on relatively short notice too. I think last year, I
Yeah, it
hit
was
them.
only like very little time
I think it was
to
like
prepare
not
for that
like
one.
max 2 months lead time. Like I think we had less than two
Oh
months
wow.
to set everything up. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's surprising to me because you guys had a pretty solid turnout as far as wrestlers go and everything.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. All the Texas wrestlers that came out. Yeah, we had about, I believe, right, Paul, 20 wrestlers, including the women.
Yes.
And that was all the Texas people. Uh, and in terms of turnout for the the event itself, I believe the numbers that we came up with were 8,000 people for the event as well that came out for it.
Yeah, because it wrapped around like the whole strip center, or like the building in general, like 3 times. I had friends that waited in the line for like an hour and a half, 2 hours just to get in.
Yeah. I talked to a lot of people at the end. Some people towards the end of the event, they said that they waited 4 hours, and I'm like, you waited 4 hours for this? But I did ask. I was like, was it worth it? And they're like, yeah, it was. So yeah, some people waited a really long time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and just imagine, this much more land with the new venue that Tokyo Night was able to get last minute too.
Mhm.
Like I'm 8,000 was the last turnout. I'm expecting a lot more with this much more land.
Yeah, man, if they pulled that many people in their like inaugural event, even with the change of venue, that's having that extra space is probably going to be a good thing. Um,
Absolutely.
but yeah, so the event itself, you guys had the number of people that you guys had worked to put on a round robin. I think you had like 12 or so guys, something like that, and you just did like a full round robin tournament. Um,
Yes.
and when the dust settled, Sam Kemka ended up being the winner, and
Yes.
I don't think I have seen him wrestle anywhere since.
I also agree. I don't believe he had to leave out on top.
Yeah.
he took his tea set and just retired.
Oh man, no, I really
Watch you
hope that
say
I
that now.
as
He's gonna show up now. He's gonna see this
yeah
and be like, "No, I have to be there. Win it again."
yeah Sam's he's a former Texas state champ if I remember right, but he's out of the Austin club in or excuse me the Dark Circle club in
Yes.
Austin, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, hope he shows up again. That'd be pretty cool. But
Yeah.
then the other guys on the podium were no surprise for a Texas tournament. We had Justin Kizert and Caleb Backus. And I actually went back and I reviewed the tape here, and those two actually had to do a tiebreaker match at
Yes,
the
they
very
did.
end. After doing all their matches, they still had to go one more time.
Yep, yep, absolutely. Yeah, you definitely did your research because when you were talking about it, you're like, you did round robin. I was like,
Did
did
I?
we? I was like, is that what we did?
Oh man, no, not that there's ever like too much sumo to watch, but that was like a lot in one sitting, I guess. To like especially when it's a round robin and guys are coming and going and it's like, oh man, I need to write this down if I'm going to be able to follow this properly.
Yeah. It was a lot for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember before they're like I think Justin was like, I don't know why the fuck Nick wants to do a round robin.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah,
I'm like,
round robin is for like when you have like I don't know 6 guys or
yeah, I
something
was
like
over
that,
here
right?
like, let's get all these matches in. I was like, everyone's gonna go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really funny if you
It
skip
was a
around the YouTube.
competition and training day.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny if you skip around the YouTube video, you can just watch the sun go down like
Oh yeah,
over
yeah,
the course of the event.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Oh man, let me bring this up real quick because I want to make sure that I'm saying this right, but you can find video of the event on YouTube. Um, it's on Dallas's channel.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
Dallas
Dallas.
Dallas,
Sumo. Mhm.
the Dallas Sumo Club taped and edited it down quite a bit. It was a long day, but there's a half-hour video from them, and I think there is a longer version out there somewhere, but that's the version that you can watch for all the highlights.
Mhm.
A lot of
Women's
good
division.
matches.
What's that?
So a lot of good matches that year.
Yeah. No, it was some
Or
pretty
that
good stuff.
tournament.
You guys had some newbies and you had some veterans, and yeah, it was a fun one to watch. But
The
yeah,
only thing.
also the women's division.
Mhm.
You had some Texas names that have been mainstays for a while now. Nicole Burgess out of Mighty Eagle got the gold. Simone
Mhm.
and Liesel were the ones on the podium there.
Yes.
Um, Liesel coming off her first gold medal competitive division as well. So,
Mhm.
um, but yeah, anyways, you had just open divisions. This wasn't like a
Yeah.
bunch of weight classes or something
Yeah.
too.
Mhm.
What was your thought process there? Was it just to get as many matches as possible? Was it just out of curiosity?
If I had to go back that far and think about it. I probably can't. But
Fair enough.
my favorite is open weight. I just like seeing small guys go against big guys and winning. Um, it might, if I had to say, it might have also been a time thing, but I'm not 100% sure to be honest.
Sure.
Um, so I cannot give a definitive answer.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
This tournament is definitely a time thing. This one is definitely a time thing because we're much more constrained in terms of time than before.
Sure.
I would say open weight used to be my favorite, and then I got injured, courtesy to Mr. Caleb.
Okay.
But but I'm excited for this open weight. This open weight, my knees feeling better. I'm ready.
You're planning to compete?
Yes, most definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah,
I'm
and
excited.
Nick you're not competing for this one though, right?
No, definitely not. I'm all fucked up. I'm all messed up.
The so actually regardless of how it came about last year, whether it was time or all that, I think it's kind of become like the hook for you now. It seems like like marketing wise, it seems like that's kind of like the gimmick for this tournament. We a couple of the changes you made this year, you've got a prize purse for both the men's and women's open winners.
Woo woo.
Absolutely, yeah, we do.
Paul's coming for that cash.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
The first place prize is definitely very heavy. I'll be honest. Yeah, first like the jump from like the prize that first place gets to second place is it's very very large. So whoever is gonna try to win, you should definitely aim for first if you want to win anything.
Yeah, second place gets like a nice pen or something, right? Or what?
Yeah, like they get the second place medal. I mean, yeah.
And a crisp high five. I'll give them that too.
Ooh, yeah. That means a lot coming from Paul. He is stingy with his high fives. So
not for everybody. Only fist bumps.
But yeah, so there's a cash prize. There's also a Grand Sumo Breakdown T-shirt in the prize pool for the winner of each division. What else do you guys have? Like you secured some sponsors to help with the prizes too, right?
Well, other than you, no, I think for the most part. So when it says, okay, so yeah, there was a thing like other prizes from sponsors. That's basically just me offering a tea set the same way I offered one last year.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Tell us a little bit more about that. How'd that come about, and what's what kind of tea set are we talking?
Okay,
that's a story.
Yeah, that's an interesting story. Well, I think it was like last year or something. I spent like $2,000 or $2,500 worth of stuff or like things from Japan. So I have many tea sets that are all sumo themed. I have so many things. Like I have a keshimawashi, that's like 100 years old from when I tried to upload it to all the forums to get people to do research on it because I don't know anything about it. So that was like, look at this, tell me about it. And some people were like, dang, this one looks like it's like 100 years old because it's very like a lot of modern days they're very modern because they have sponsors on them. The one I have is like a picture of like it's like with the weavings and all of that of like I don't know, but it's I need to send it to you. You can just edit it right there so people can see it. But no, yeah, I have like special washi. I have a hand mold of like I have like a copper mold of like Chiono Fuji. I have a copper I have a brass thing that's like 2 feet tall of Chiono Fuji too. I bought a ton of things. Like I said, I spent $2,500 on all of this. Um, so that's why I have a bunch of tea sets. I give it out to anything. Like I gave it out for the last tournament. Some of my friends who have housewarmings, I'm like, here's a tea set.
Yeah.
I just keep giving tea sets out to people. I am actually like I've given out like I think 7 at this point, and I think I'm about halfway done with my supply. Yeah, so I have a bunch
still
of
have enough for a couple more tournaments, is what he said.
But they're nice.
Yeah. Got almost a decade of Houston Opens lined up.
Yeah. Like, cause the thing about it is though, the reason it was so expensive, about half the cost was actually shipping, because everything came from Japan, Everything came from Japan. I had to use a proxy website, so I had to pay for domestic shipping to send to the proxy. Then the proxy had to send it to me. So I spent like twice as much on shipping. It was crazy. Yeah. So I bought all those. Where was I leading with this?
Well,
Oh yeah, the
it's
tea sets
sumo
are
themed, right?
they're all sumo themed tea sets from
Mhm.
Japan.
Yeah, that's super cool. Yeah, you should send me a picture of that and the Kesha Mawashi. I can put it on Instagram when we post this episode so
Yeah,
people
yeah,
can take a
absolutely.
look. That'd be cool.
I'll do that.
But yeah, Grand Sumo Breakdown T-shirt part of that prize pool too.
Yes.
That's you got to keep an eye out
Any
for
color, any color
that.
too.
Yeah, yeah, because it could be a lightweight or a heavyweight that wins. It'll be something that can be personalized and ordered after
Oh,
we know the size of the person
yeah,
who's going
yeah,
to win.
yeah.
So,
Talking about
um,
T-shirts though, I guess another prize that the winners can get is also a Shogeki T-shirt.
oh, you
I
guys
guess
have shirts?
I guess we'll give it to them. I don't know. Uh,
So you're talking about the Shogeki shirt, or are you talking about the Shogeki collab shirt?
the Shogeki shirt, not the Shogeki collab shirt.
Okay.
Wow, you guys
Cause
got
okay, yeah, cause
multiple now?
what he's saying is because we have our own standalone shirt, but we have a Tokyo Night Festival edition shirt as well.
Oh, okay, I got you. Cool. Yeah. Well, I got to get me one of them too. If you sell it in black, then it's gonna match the rest of my sumo shirts. So I gotta get on that.
I think it was.
We have we have in terms of our own shirts, we have a colored one. That's
Mhm.
I think like black and red, but then we have one that's a silhouette design that's just white and black.
Ooh, that sounds nice. Sorry, I'm getting distracted trying to expand my sumo wardrobe. Uh, I'm now at the point where like I'd say like almost like maybe 40% of my t-shirt selection is now sumo clubs, and I couldn't be happier.
That's great.
That sounds awesome. I'm
Yeah.
behind. I need to catch up.
I won't be truly happy until it's 100%, but I'm getting closer. Oh well. So yeah, we have the Houston Fairgrounds on November 12th. Um, that's pretty much the headline. At this point, we're about 2 weeks out, so a lot of people have already decided they are coming. Actually, yeah. Who do you have that you know for sure is going to be there?
Well, of course, most of the Texas people.
Mhm.
I actually have a list right here.
Oh, hey, there you go.
Most of the Texas people for sure. Like Chad just signed up. Uh, we also have Matt Jim.
Oh,
We
Sumo
have
Punks.
yeah, Sumo Punks. One second. Put this email. Okay,
which,
so
which, by the way, I would like to let Matt know Gordon will not be at that tournament, so he will not be able to redeem himself because I heard him call him out. So we gotta let him know he's injured. But Matt, it's okay. I will face you for him.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's
yeah,
that's
so, so
perfect.
that's me calling out Matt right now. I feel insulted he didn't call me out first.
Yeah. He was just trying to be nice because you were injured last time you guys saw, so
Like I said,
just
it's
swap
open
places.
weight. I want to go for whoever's the biggest.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
the main
I
goal.
either way, I think he'll probably be happy if he gets a chance to shed some Shogeki blood as well. Whether it's you or Gordon.
so the people who are competing currently are going to be Caleb Bacchus, uh, Edible, Gilbert,
Oh, Edibo's coming down
Delatorre,
too.
Angel Delatorre as well, both of them. Matt Jim,
Man,
Nathaniel Hudson, who's from Tennessee, not
cool.
Gordon, Jared Tadlock. I mean, unless I'm mistaken, Rick Garza and Bubba Garza are still both in, because yeah, Paul Gutierrez, Kyle Ferreter. Then I believe there's also gonna be Jacob De Castro, Will Robinson, Pedro Trevino, and I mentioned Chad New, and I believe for the most part that's all for the men. Oh, Khalil as well, Khalil
Ooh,
Collins,
nice.
And then maybe my friend Dalen.
and then
Gotcha.
maybe another guy named Anthony Duarte, who actually was like this person who just showed up at the last tournament. That was just like, what's happening here? I want to join. Um,
Tie me up.
That's the best way to start.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
But this is just
that's
like
for
guys that are
the
pre-registered too. Like I imagine there will probably be some more guys from other Texas clubs and stuff.
well, I would hope so, dude.
Yeah.
I would hope so. I would. I also hope that the people who pre-registered that were gonna sign up would have all just pre-registered because of the fact that the pre-register was cheaper because the price have gone up at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. There you
Um.
go.
Oh, and also we don't have. We also were supposed to have 4 Sri Lankans come over from Sri Lanka. I had to write a bunch of letters to the embassy over there to try to get them to get them visas. Um, they're still working on that process, but they may all be here. And then a lot of them
That would be
are.
cool.
They sent pictures. A lot of them were like training since like 2017. Some of them were training like Biamba, Takeshi. So it's pretty cool.
That is awesome. Yeah. I was gonna say like that's cool. You got Edibo and the Delatores traveling all that far, but I think traveling from the other side of the entire planet would probably take the cake
Yeah,
for that
Sri Lanka is
particular
definitely
accolade.
the other side of the planet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, do you know much about their sumo program? I don't think they're a name that I've seen much, but I'm still
Mm,
super new to international sumo.
I, from my understanding, because I did try to do some research, and I hope if they do end up watching this that they don't get mad at me. But I don't think that they've done much in recent years in terms of like sumo for Sri Lanka, because they do have the federation, like the Sri Lankan Sumo Federation. But when I tried to do research, I really couldn't find that much. I mean, I'll be honest. As far as I know, the 4 people that are coming are the 4 Sri Lankan sumo wrestlers in the country. I could be very wrong. They could be much more established than I know, but just their online presence. When I was trying to do research on it, I couldn't find too much to be honest. But
I got
like
you.
I said, they some of them have been training since like 2017. They like wrestled with Biamba. They've wrestled with Takeshi, Yama, all of them. And they've been to like the U.S. Open and everything. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay. No,
Oh, did I mention
that's
Kyle
awesome.
Ferreter? That
Yes, yeah.
okay, okay.
Yeah, that guy has been everywhere this year. I don't know how he can travel so much, but yeah, good for him.
Yeah.
That's
And
that's why
women?
he's coming for this one. He was like, it needs to pay for itself.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I need gas money or I can't get home.
And also, I
He
don't
I
want to leave the women out, but we also have
yeah.
for the women signed up. We have Caitlin and Natalie Jones. They're the 2 new people from Dallas. We
Mm,
have Alicia George from Dark Circle, and then Esty Webster from also Dark Circle. So, if any women want to sign up, we only have 4 of them right now.
I was to
mm-hmm.
say
It's a
the
$100
two.
grand prize. I mean, $200 prize plus everything else. So, you guys,
There you go.
yeah,
I would say the two from Dallas Sumo Club. That's the two that did really well in the last tournament, right?
yes, yes,
Yeah,
both of the
yeah, the
Joneses.
Yes,
Consulates
yes.
Cup.
Okay.
Yeah, they were the only two that were on the docket officially for middle slash light heavy.
Yes.
But they both did open, and I let's see, one of the sisters got
I think it was.
second in open.
I want to say
So
it was
that was
Natalie, but I could be wrong.
And that was their
uh,
first tournament. That's crazy, right? Yeah.
yes, that was the first tournament for them. Yeah, yeah. Natalie Jones got third place in women's open, in her debut tournament, and Alicia George from Dark Circle got third in heavyweight in her debut tournament. So
Hmm.
yeah, strong prospects there for sure. And yeah, I hope some more of the clubs are bringing more people than they have pre-registered. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I would really hope more women would sign up. We were trying to tell Gordon. We keep calling him Gordon, even though
Yeah. I think it's I don't know because
he
What?
calls
Yeah,
he's
what does
actually
he go
called
by?
Pearson. He's actually called Pearson, but everywhere else people called him
Okay.
Gordon because he signed up with his legal name for the Conference Cup. So then
Oh,
during
that's
there,
okay.
everyone called him Gordon. So then now to the sumo world, he's Gordon.
yeah, because
So
I was super confused because I was like, they called my name to go up, and I was like, I mean, I'm injured, but I guess I'll bow down. And they're like, all right, Paul on blah blah side, Gordon on the other side, and I see Pearson walk up, and I'm like, who's this guy? I was like, this guy's not named Gordon. I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just bow out real quick.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I know. That's funny. Like when you sign up, like, do you do it like with if you go by a different name than your legal name that you got on like the credit card you're paying with or whatever it is, right? Like, what do you do?
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy because, like, I mean, everybody was confused. You're like, damn, we're
everyone on the
training
team was like,
partners,
"Who's
and we
this?"
didn't even know his
Yeah,
name.
yeah. Like Jacob DeCastro was talking about it. He's like, yeah, I've known Pearson for like 5 years. I didn't know his name was Gordon.
Yeah.
But we're trying to get. I keep trying. I wanted to get his wife into the tournament. Um, and especially now, I'm like, man, you're out the tournament. Your wife needs to just come in to replace you or something. Because I'm like, but I'm not kidding though. His wife would be a serious contender for first place.
Yeah.
His wife does not do sumo, or I think she did it for a couple months when he did it before a long time ago, a few years ago. But she's been doing judo for 5 years, and she is a aggressive person, which is one of
Sure.
the key factors of winning sumo.
Yeah.
She is very aggressive, and she is very good with flipping people. So
Oh yeah,
That's a
she was very
solid
very
start.
intimidating. When I had to spar her, I saw her about to do a judo flip on me. I was like, no, thank you. Let me readjust.
Yeah. Hey, maybe she's the one that's got to answer Matt Jim's challenge.
Right.
That'd be pretty good. Yeah. So, also, tell us a little bit more about the Tokyo Night Festival itself. What other kind of stuff do they put on in addition to the sumo tournament?
there's gonna be a crap ton of stuff, really. Like no, to be honest. So first of all, I didn't mention it. Our MC that I kind of mentioned before is a former professional rikishi. They train it. They
That's
train
right.
at Kisebeya, and everything. So they're gonna be there and be our MC. The also what else? We're also gonna have from my understanding, unless things have changed, which yeah, whatever.
Hopefully not.
But yeah, hopefully not.
We've had enough
Supposed to have
changes yet.
yeah, we're supposed to also have a mikoshi to open the ceremony. A mikoshi, if you did not know, is the portable Shinto shrines that they do the parades with.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Um, but like I've mentioned before, the event is really neat because it's supposed to be bringing back kind of like Japanese festivals to their roots and actually be like very Japanese and actually Japanese.
Mhm.
Like for example, the from my understanding, this is the one Japanese event that's actually sponsored by a Shinto shrine from a long line. It's like a family. It's like a family shrine, and they've been,
Very
I
cool.
think, like hundreds of years or whatever.
They got connects.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's a Shinto shrine that's sponsoring it. And then there's a bunch of people that's coming from Japan, a bunch of people actually. Like I did much more than I thought. But a bunch of people coming from Japan to really. I think the tagline of Tokyo Night Festival is bringing a piece of Japan to Houston, and they've got a bunch of people literally flying from Japan to come over.
Yeah.
So yeah, a bunch of voice actors, a bunch of food, of course. The food is very specifically tailored because I know that the owner owns a restaurant. Shun is the name of the restaurant, and he made a big point to make the food vendors actually like Japanese and like actually good food.
Sure.
that, that,
He's
that,
not
that,
just like half-assing,
yeah,
getting
he's
a
not
bunch of
half-assing the
people.
food for
He's getting
sure.
good ones. Yeah.
Yeah, so they like I said, he's really trying to bring it back to his roots. He got like a ton of good food. What else, Paul?
Oh man, if I recall, there is also supposed to be a whole bunch of cars that are customized in a anime themed. I
Mm-hmm.
know a lot of the vendors there are gonna have a whole bunch of like anime themed, like Funko Pops and actual figurines from Japan. Um, I mean, you said all my favorite things so far, other than anime. I mean, I love anime, but you were talking about food, and I was like, that's my favorite thing about the whole event. And then, there'll be alcohol. I'm hoping so, because it's important.
I'll make sure to sample whatever I have to for the guys that are, trying to stay in competition form. So I'm happy to fall on a grenade if anybody needs me to like try something out and describe it to you.
Yeah,
I'm good at that.
yeah,
But I mean,
ton of stuff.
yeah, I mean, overall, I mean, if I recall, they also have a whole bunch of like popular cosplayers from like
Yeah,
California,
cosplayers and voice actors,
Arizona.
a ton of them.
Just yeah, so it's literally just gonna be nothing but fun every step of the way.
Big ass party with a well curated, deliberate Japanese flavor to it. Yeah, that's
Yeah, yeah, and never mind, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. Just go on. I don't want to get sued for defamation. Never mind, just keep going.
let our imaginations take a guess at
Yeah,
that.
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, yeah. Let your imagination take over.
But yeah, so for those of you who can't travel to the event, we will be doing a stream of the sumo tournament at least. I'm looking forward to, depending on what the time period is, like walking around talking to some other people, getting a little bit more exposure for our sumo community here. But the main event obviously is our sumo tournament, so we're gonna make sure that is streaming. As of now, the plan is for that to be on the GSB YouTube channel, just like we've done for a couple previous tournaments. Just so all in one place, and Shogeki, you guys, you don't necessarily have a Corey to run all of the social media and like have like all the YouTube and everything handled and all that on your own, right? And I don't blame you because I don't know how Corey has the time to sleep.
Oh my God, it's crazy. Yeah.
That's Corey Morrison out of Dallas, who has like the biggest social media presence out of any sumo club out there. But for this one, at least for now, we're planning Grand Sumo Breakdown YouTube channel. Me and Sumo Punk's Sabrina will be on the commentary. And like Nick mentioned, we have our MC, but we'll just be talking you through the whole tournament from there.
Oh, can I also mention actually, you might be able to get more information on the event because I was on a radio show. I didn't tell you, Paul, but I was on a radio show just Saturday. I don't know, like on the weekend. This past weekend, I was on a radio show to talk about Tokyo Night Festival for the sumo tournament. So, and it's gonna air. I thought it was today. But it's gonna be next Wednesday. So it's gonna be whatever that date is. If anyone wants to hear more about the event, you can hear more about it there. So, what is that? November 2nd.
That'll be the 2nd.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So November 2nd, you can hear more about the event on. I don't know how radio stations work, but in Houston, it's 90.1 KPFT. And I talked about the Sumo tournament there, and I also talked, and then after me was one of the founders or co-founders or the event planner, and she talked about the event as well. So the information I don't know about it, you can probably find more from listening to that interview as well.
There is also TokyoNightFest.com that's got some good information out there. I think it's pretty cool. They have an activities tab. There's only 4 items on there, and Sumo Tournament is right there, right at the top of this is what you got to come see. So they're all in. They're clearly an excellent partner for you guys to.
Oh, absolutely.
Spread the word of sumo in Houston. So.
Yep, perfect. Japanese themed. We do Japanese sports.
Absolutely. It's simple as that. So like I said, that'll be on the 12th of November. Watch for the Grand Sumo Breakdown YouTube channel. Any other changes or additions, we'll make sure we get blasted out all over social media. But if you want to find Shogeki Sumo, Nick, where can they find your club?
Well, the main social media for Shogeki is our Instagram page. It's shogeki.sumo on Instagram. Shogeki is SHOGEKI. We also have a Facebook, but I'll be honest, it's definitely in the back thought whenever I'm posting things up.
I'm about to say, I think I check it more than you do.
Yeah, I think Paul checks which is good.
It would be good if I started doing something. It's to the point where I'm like, hey Nick, you got a message a couple days ago. And he was like, why didn't you write them back? And I'm like, that's a good question.
Well, what are we doing about it, Paul?
Yeah. But those are the main 2 ones for in terms of our social media, the Instagram and then the Facebook.
Yep. All right. Well, make sure to reach out to any of us if you have questions on that, or if you or hopefully if you are planning to make it. But as is tradition on Grand Sumo Breakdown, when we interview people, we got to close out with the age-old question: what is your best karaoke song? I'll give you a minute to think about it if you want, but you can't close out an interview without knowing what song does Nick and what song does Paul bring the house down at the end of the night. Bar's closing. It's karaoke time. You only have one song. What do you?
Whether it's closing or not, I don't think the song I choose is still a closing song.
That's fair. I'm just saying, all the pressure's on, and you got to deliver.
Well, I'm gonna say that in terms of for songs, I don't like. It's interesting. I don't know fucking lyrics. I can listen to a song for like 10 years straight, and I will. And so if someone would ask me like, "Oh, how does the song go?" and I'm like, "Yeah, it goes like," I just blank out. I'm like, I don't know. Actually, I guess I just never listened to the lyrics. But the songs, the only songs that I actually know the lyrics to are songs that are not in English, such as El Perdón by Nicky Jam and with Enrique Iglesias.
Yes, yes, you
Yeah,
actually
I
we listened
literally
to
know
that
like
on the
all
way
this, like,
to
yeah. Or also Vietnamese music that I don't know what I'm saying, but I know how to say the words. So yeah, I don't the songs I could sing are songs that for the most part I don't know what I'm saying.
Okay, fair enough. Oh man, what about you,
Oh,
Paul?
man.
What do you got?
Let's see. Couldn't remember. I guess it would kind of go like this. It would be, I couldn't remember the greatest song in the world. No, this is a tribute. Oh. So
Tenacious
I'm gonna
D, that is
say
a solid pick.
exactly.
Yeah, a pick of destiny, you might say. Um,
Don't have a don't play guitar, but I do have a pick of destiny guitar pick.
yeah. Oh man, you don't have to play guitar to appreciate Tenacious D by any means, but
I saw them live. They were great.
Oh
oh,
wow.
I believe it. Jack Black, he's got to be like the highest energy performer, no matter what he's performing, right? Like, I bet he'd be a blast.
Nothing but high energy. You're accurate. The whole time he was on there. So I don't understand how you can be so high energy for a whole hour and a half. Just sweating
man.
buckets, but still full of energy.
Well, let's close out by just saying that I hope that we can all perform in the dohyo as well as Jack Black can on stage. So thank you, Nick and Paul from Shogeki Sumo for joining me. One last time, we got the Houston Open at the Houston Festival Grounds on November 12th.
Texas Festival Grounds.
What did I say? Yeah, the Texas Festival Grounds, whatever I said, yeah. But yeah, more information, shogeki.sumo on Instagram or tokyonightfest.com.
You will come.
Is that yeah. Got the hypnotist over here. Oh man. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and I will see you in about 2 weeks.
Sounds good. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for listening to Grand Sumo Breakdown. Until next time,
Throw your salt high
and keep moving forward.